We'll start with all the special words, the word list. I also have Barbie as Rapunzel music playing. So the first word is photographer. Next is turquoise. Next is adobe. Pueblo. Traditional. Reservation. Elders. Culture. Headdress. Ceremony. Galleries. Huevos rancheros. Or huevos rancheros. Symbols. Mysteries. Coyotes. Cerillos. And tierras. Chapter 1. Smile, Barbie, called the photographer. Barbie smiled at the camera. It had been a long, hot day, but Barbie was a model. She was modeling jewelry for a catalog in Santa Fe, New Mexico. She stood in a large plaza in the center of the city. Some people walked along paths. Others sat in the grass and talked. Nearby, Native American artists were selling handmade crafts. Just one more necklace to shoot, the photographer said. He stood in the shade of a tree and put more film in the camera. I don't mind, Barbie replied. I gotta let Milky out. 1 second. Where were we? I don't mind, Barbie replied. This jewelry is beautiful. Barbie carefully put on a silver and turquoise necklace. Then she smiled at the camera once again. Great, the photographer said as he took another picture. After a while, the photographer called. That's a wrap. Barbie took off the necklace. She looked at it for a long time. The turquoise stone was the most beautiful blue-green color she had ever seen. She wanted to buy the necklace to remember her visit to Santa Fe. She hoped it was for sale. Just then, a smiling young woman with long black hair came up to Barbie. Those pictures are going to be wonderful, the woman said. I'm so glad the jewelry is going to be just us, sweetie. Rosa ran her hand along a nearby wall. They're called adobe buildings, she said. They are made from mud and straw and that baked in Santa Fe's hot sun. Some of them are hundreds of years old. They stopped to look at an old church. How lovely, said Barbie. It was built around 1636. That makes it one of the oldest churches in the country, Rosa said. Rosa then pointed to a house across the street. Over there, she began. Let me guess, Barbie said with a laugh. It's one of the oldest houses in Santa Fe. How did you know? Rosa asked with a grin as they continued to walk. Tell me what it's like living here, Barbie said. Well, I live in a pueblo not far from Santa Fe. It's a real mix of past and present. Rosa told Barbie, I'm a Pueblo Indian and was raised with traditional Indian beliefs. But I'm also a businesswoman. I make and sell my jewelry all over the United States. Your jewelry is beautiful, Barbie told her. Thank you, replied Rosa. I wanted to help keep my Pueblo beliefs and traditions alive. The jewelry is a great way to do it. I hope this isn't a silly question, Barbie said shyly. Is a Pueblo the same thing as a reservation? That's not a silly question at all, Rosa said. I'm a member of the Pueblo Indian Nation. I live with my family on reservation land. The town we live in is called a pueblo. The word pueblo means village in Spanish. But why don't you come see one yourself? Take my business card just in case you have time to visit me before you go back home. Thank you. mother says that the black cloud will go away when Susanna comes back. I hope so, because I really miss her. Oh, Rosa, Barbie said, I'm so sorry. Thank you, said Rosa. I wish Susanna knew how much we miss her. I know she'd come home right away. They left the park and walked across the street to Barbie's hotel. Barbie thanked Rosa for the tour of the city and said goodbye. I wish I could help Rosa find her sister. Barbie said to herself. And the missing headdress, too. Luna. Kitty. Barbie woke up the next morning to the sound of the phone ringing. Good news, said the photographer when Barbie answered. The photos from yesterday's shoot look great. Why don't you take a few days off? We'll see you Monday morning. Terrific, said Barbie. See you then. After she hung up, the phone rang again. It was Rosa. How would you like to continue your tour? Rosa asked. I got a postcard in the mail yesterday inviting me to an art show. It's one of the best art galleries in Santa Fe, and the show's today. Can you come with me? Barbie leapt out of bed. Yes, I'd love to, she said. I'll pick you up in an hour, said Rosa. Barbie dressed in jeans, a white cotton shirt, and cowboy boots. Last, she put on her new necklace. Barbie ate a tasty breakfast of cornbread, fresh food, and spicy fried eggs called huevos rancheros. She had just finished when Rosa knocked on the door. Rosa saw Barbie's necklace and smiled. Next stop, Grand Canyon Road, Rosa said, ready to go. You bet, Barbie declared. Barbie grabbed her sunglasses and the two new friends were off. After a short drive, Rosa and Barbie arrived at Canyon Road. Adobe buildings sat on both sides of the narrow street. This used to be an Indian trail, Rosa said, but now most of the adobes are galleries that sell Native American art. Barbie peeked in the door of each adobe they passed. She saw beautiful clay pots, paintings, and dolls carved from wood. Rosa stopped in front of an adobe, whose door was painted bright turquoise. Here we are. This is the gallery on the postcard. What kind of art is being shown here? Barbie asked. Many different kinds, said Rosa, but the card didn't list any of the artists. Barbie and Rosa went inside. Suddenly, Rosa gasped. In the middle of the room was a painting of an Indian chief. He was wearing a headdress with white and brown feathers. His face was old and wrinkled, but his eyes sparkled. Rosa walked toward the painting. Barbie followed her. Isn't that a wonderful painting? A woman's voice asked from behind. Surprised, Barbie turned around. The woman explained that she owned the gallery. Rosa still stared at the painting. Yes, Barbie said, we like it very much. Can you tell us a little bit about it? The man is wearing a Pueblo Indian headdress, the woman said. I haven't seen one like it since I was a little girl. Goosebumps rose up on Barbie's arms. Rosa turned to the owner. And I'm almost sure my sister is the artist, Rosa said firmly. Are there any more paintings here by this artist? Yes, the owner told Rosa. This painting and two others arrived here about a week ago. They were tied up in brown paper. A note asked that I give them money from any sales to a Pueblo art school here in Santa Fe. Who's clues, Barbie thought as she jumped in. Barbie remembered Rose's business card with the stiff small map and symbols on the back. Barbie, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Rosa asked. Yes, those symbols remind me of the ones Susanna uses in her maps. Say hello. Say hello. Hi, people. Hi, people. Yes, those symbols remind me of the ones Susanna uses in her maps. Barbie replied. Hi. But how can we figure out what the three symbols mean? All of Susanna's maps are at my house, Rosa said. Maybe they can give us some clues to what these symbols mean. Will you help me? Sure, said Barbie. Let's stop at the hotel so I can pack a bag. Great, said Rosa. Let's go. Bye-bye. Chapter 3. The friends rode away from Santa Fe to Rosa's Pueblo. They drove farther into the desert. Barbie saw fewer houses and more green and yellow cactus plants. Wow, Barbie said aloud, if I were an artist, I'd want to live here too. The whole place looks like one big postcard. All Barbie could see for miles was desert and large mountains in the distance. I'm glad you've got a full tank of gas, Barbie said to Rosa. I wouldn't want to get stuck out here. They passed a road sign for Rosa's Pueblo. A few miles later, Rosa made the turnoff. She drove down a dirt road and soon came to a small town. Rosa parked her car near a building that looked like a school. I'm so glad you're here, Rosa said as she and Barbie got out of the car. Last night I told my family all about the photo shoot. Everyone wants to meet you. Rosa carried the painting as they walked down the main street. Some kids were playing nearby. Barbie saw adobe houses just like the ones she had seen in Santa Fe. But here, some of the older houses had ladders leading up to the second story. It's beautiful here, Barbie said. We should have the photo shoot right here in your pueblo. Many pueblos don't allow people to take pictures, Rosa said. We love visitors, but we ask that you put the memories in your head. Not on your camera. watched as he rolled away the paper. He was so surprised that he took a step back. "It's father," he said. "Where did you find it?" Rosa and Barbie told him about the gallery and the 3 mysterious paintings. "I knew it was grandfather the minute I saw this painting," Rosa began. "The gallery doesn't know who painted it, but I know it was Susanna." "And look here," Barbie said, pointing to the symbol at the bottom corner of the painting. "The other 2 paintings had symbols too." "And you know how much Susanna likes drawing symbols on her maps," Rosa added. "Well, this is great news. It's the first clue we've had about Susanna since she left," Mr. Youngdeer said. "Susanna's maps might help us learn what the symbols on the paintings mean," Rosa said to her father. "Barbie, let's go to my house and take a look." "I'll go with you," Rosa said. Rosa gave her father a quick kiss. "It's okay, Dad. I know you want to find Susanna too, but you've got important work to do. Why don't you let us see what we can find out? We'll give you a full report at dinner, I promise." "Thanks, Fawn. Thanks, honey," her father said. "See you in a few hours." Chapter 4. When the 2 friends reached Rosa's house, Rosa hurried inside. She rushed over to a desk in the corner of the room and opened one of the drawers. Then she took out a large map and set it on the dining table. Barbie used her finger to trace the cloud roads from Santa Fe. "The symbols really do look like the ones in the painting," she said. "This one most of all." Barbie put her finger on a curving turquoise-colored line. "It's something called the Turquoise Trail," she read aloud. Rosa looked closely. "Barbie, that's it," she said. "I'll bet Susanna drew the blue line on her painting to symbolize where she is. She's somewhere on the Turquoise Trail." "What's the Turquoise Trail?" asked Barbie. "It's a 2-lane road outside of Santa Fe that heads south," Rosa said. "There are just a few houses along the way, but mostly it's just jackrabbits and snakes for 46 miles. In the last few years, artists have moved along the trail to paint where it's quiet. It's a perfect place to hide out." "I'll bet that's where Susanna did the painting of your grandfather," Barbie said. "I've got 2 days off. Why don't we go right now?" "It's too late to start out today," Rosa said. "We'll stay the night here at the pueblo. Then we'll start first thing in the morning." Rosa and Barbie decided to take a walk before dinner. As they walked, Barbie saw horses grazing in a nearby field. A beautiful palomino trotted over to the fence where they were standing. It nuzzled Barbie's hand. "Would you like to ride in?" Rosa asked. "I'd love to," Barbie said. Rosa helped Barbie saddle up the horse. Barbie and Rosa got on their horses. Then Rosa called out to Barbie, "Come on, let's follow the path that circles the pueblo." Barbie gently tapped the horse's side and yelled, "Giddy up," and off they went. Barbie leaned back in the saddle and watched the sunset. The sky was filled with as many colors as an artist's paint box. Rosa and her horse trotted up to Barbie. "I can't wait to go to the Turquoise Trail tomorrow." "I know," said Barbie. "It's going to be hard to sleep tonight." "Well, a good dinner will help," Rosa said. Barbie, and there's Rosa. My The talks soon turned to Barbie and Rosa's plans for the next day. Do you really think Susanna could be on the Turquoise Trail? Rosa's mother asked hopefully. I think there's a pretty good chance, Rosa said. Then I should go with you, her mother said. Oh, let me let out Luna. Do you really think Susanna could be on the Turquoise Trail? Rosa's mother asked hopefully. I think there's a pretty good chance, Rosa said. Then I should go with you, her mother said. Mom, Rosa said gently, I know you miss Susanna and wanted to come home. But what if you're wrong and she's not there? I don't want you to go on a wild goose chase. If we do find Susanna, I promise we'll try to get her to come home with us. There are just a few old ghost towns along the way. We won't be able to get out if you run into trouble, her mother said. Rosa giggled. Now you're being silly, she said. You know that tourists drive the trail all the time. Besides, Barbie and I will be together the whole time. Rosa's father spoke up. If Susanna painted those pictures, then there's a chance that she wanted someone to find them. Then he gave a cellular phone to Rosa. And don't worry, dear, he said to his wife. The girls can use this to call us if they need to. After dinner, Barbie and Rosa each took a cup of Mexican hot chocolate out to the back porch. Barbie breathed in deeply to smell the chocolate and cinnamon smells. No matter how old I get, my mom still thinks of me as her baby, said Rosa. I know what you mean, Barbie told her. I guess families are the same all over. Moms and dads always worry about their children, even when they're not children anymore. I guess that's true, Rosa said. They sat and watched the stars. They could hear the long howls of coyotes in the distance. Finally, Rosa stood up and yawned. We have a big day tomorrow, she said to Barbie. Let's get some sleep. I'll show you where the guest room is. Later, as Barbie snuggled under her blanket, she thought about tomorrow's journey. It seemed even more exciting because they had a mystery to solve. I sure hope we'll be able to find Susanna, she thought, and what she'll want to come home. With the cool wind coming through the window, Barbie fell asleep quickly. She dreamed of riding across the desert on a beautiful horse. The next morning, Barbie and Rosa were up with the sun. They wanted to get an early start. After breakfast, Rosa's mother packed them a picnic lunch and many bottles of water. Rosa's father gave them a photograph of Susanna. Show this picture to people. Perhaps someone will know her, he explained. Or have an idea where she might be, Rosa's mother added. Rosa kissed her parents goodbye. Then she and Barbie got in the car. Good luck, Rosa's parents called to them. Barbie and Rosa waved as they pulled away from the house. It would make my parents so happy to see Susanna again, Rosa said. Let's keep our fingers crossed, Barbie replied, and maybe they'll get their wish. The Turquoise Trail was a quiet road with cactus plants and wildflowers growing on both sides. There sure isn't much traffic, Barbie said. This is a very old road, Rosa explained as she drove. If people are in a hurry, they take the new interstate. The Turquoise Trail is for people who want to drive slowly and enjoy the beautiful views. Barbie and Rosa soon came Rosa explained during the gold rush of the 1890s, this town was filled with miners. They thought they'd dig up enough gold, silver, and turquoise to get rich. When they left town years ago, the hotels, saloons, and shops shut down. Now only a few stores are open for business. The rest is a ghost town. Oh my, said Barbie. Of course, there's no such thing as ghosts, right? She and Rosa both looked worried, but then they burst into laughter. They spotted a man opening a gas station. They showed him Susanna's picture and asked if he had seen her. The man hadn't. Barbie and Rosa looked and looked, but couldn't find another person in the town. Let's get going. This place is a little spooky. Good idea, Barbie said. There's no one else here to ask if they've seen Susanna anyway, except maybe for some ghosts, she added. They giggled as they got into the car. They headed south. Before long, Barbie and Rosa arrived at a town called Madrid. For a ghost town, this is a pretty busy place, Barbie said. They drove slowly down the main street. It was full of tourists. This is the only really busy town along the Turquoise Trail, Rosa said. That means it probably has a big general store. If Susanna is living anywhere along this trail, she'd have to buy her food there. Barbie and Rosa went straight to the town's general store. Rosa took out the photo of Susanna. She showed it to the man standing behind the counter. Yup, I've seen her, he said. Comes in once a week or so to buy food, art stuff too, but I don't know where she lives. Barbie and Rosa thanked him. Then they sat down at the counter and had ice cream sodas to celebrate their new clue. When they were done, Barbie and Rosa jumped back into the car. As she drove, Rosa thought out loud, we know Susanna's somewhere along this trail, but where? If we don't figure out what the three symbols mean, we'll never find her. Barbie touched her friend's arm. Don't worry, Rosa. We'll figure it out, Barbie said. A good detective always follows their hunches. And yours has been right so far. After a while, Barbie saw more old buildings and an adobe church coming into view. The map says this next town is called Golden, Barbie said. It used to be a gold mining town, Rosa told her. That's how it got its name. Barbie looked down at her watch. Oh my goodness, she said. It's already 1 o'clock. Time sure flies when you're looking for clues. Let's stop and eat the lunch my mom packed for us, Rosa said. Good idea, said Barbie. Rosa drove to a picnic area at a place called Rattlesnake Springs. They took their picnic basket to a table beside the road. I think I can guess how this place got its name too, Barbie said, looking around. She took a bite sisters in the painting. The first symbol must mean that Susanna is living in the Hiccups Canyon, Barbie added. Chapter 6. Rosa turned off the Turquoise trail into a dirt road. As she headed toward Hiccups Canyon, Barbie studied the second symbol. Soon they came upon an area with houses. Rosa parked the car and took Susanna's photo out of her bag. This is a good place to show people Susanna's picture, Rosa said. She had opened her car door when Barbie grabbed her arm. Wait a minute, Rosa, Barbie said. I think there's a faster way. Look at this. Barbie showed her the second symbol, a half circle resting on a line. Then she gave Rosa the map. Barbie pointed to a road off Hiccups Canyon. Rosa studied the map for a moment, then her face lit up. Sunset Road, Rosa said. It's a symbol for a sunset. That has to be it. Let's go. Rosa followed the map to Sunset Road. We're on the right track, Barbie stated. The scissors symbol led us to Hiccups Canyon, and the setting sun has led us to Sunset Road. But what does the symbol on the morning view painting mean? Rosa asked. Suddenly they saw a group of pine trees next to a dried-up stream. It's the same view as from the painting, Barbie exclaimed. Rosa stopped the car at the trees. Then the two friends saw a curvy driveway that led to a tiny cabin. They looked at each other, then at the symbol written on the notepad. They realized that the squiggly line coming out of the box looked like the driveway. The curved line in the box looks like an S. The S stands for Susanna, Barbie and Rosa shouted together. The two friends raced to the house. Barbie and Rosa stepped onto the porch. Rosa knocked on the cabin door, waited a minute, then knocked again. No one's home, Rosa said finally. As she turned and stepped off the porch, the front door opened. Barbie found herself face to face with a dark-haired woman. She seemed to be just a few years older than Barbie. May I help you? The woman asked. She held a paintbrush in one hand. Then she spotted Rosa. Rosa, the woman asked. Rosa turned around. With a huge smile on her face, she leapt onto the porch and hugged her sister. Susanna, Rosa cried. I'm so happy to see you. This is my friend Barbie. She helped me find you. Barbie, this is my sister, Susanna. Susanna and Barbie smiled and shook hands. Susanna showed them to a bench on the porch. Please sit down, she said. The two sisters were quiet for a moment. Neither knew where to begin. The painting of your grandfather is beautiful, Barbie told Susanna. I can tell you care for him very much. Susanna blinked, her black eyes filling with tears. I do, she replied. Since I've been here, I've realized something very important. Being a Pueblo Indian is something I take with me wherever I go. I carry it with me in my heart. That's exactly what Dad says, Rosa exclaimed. We followed the clues you left on the paintings to find you. Susanna smiled shyly. I was hoping that would work, she said. I sent you a postcard about the art show. I thought you'd figure out the clues once you saw my paintings in the gallery. I drew the symbols to let you know I was okay and where I was. But why? Asked Rosa. Why didn't you just come home? When I left the headdress, she said. Barbie and Rosa followed her into the house. It was a cozy-looking place. A cat slept on a rocking chair. In the corner were paints and a canvas. Susanna went over to an old trunk. She opened it and lifted out the headdress. "It's beautiful," Barbie said. Rosa gently touched the feathers. "The paint spot isn't so bad," she said. "I'm sure it can be fixed." "You know," Rosa continued, "Dad and Grandfather have been talking. Grandfather understands that the best way to keep the old ways alive is to share them with others. Dad told him that there are many ways to keep our traditions alive. One way is through your painting." "So you don't think he'll be angry with me?" Susanna asked. "I think he will understand," said Rosa. "Just give me a few minutes to pack a bag," said Susanna, "and then I'll be ready to go." Rosa drove back along the Turquoise trail, the way they had come. But this time they didn't stop at any of the towns. Susanna was nervous, but excited too. She couldn't wait to see her family again. The pueblo was quiet when they returned. "Everyone must be inside having dinner," Rosa said. She stopped the car in front of her family's house. "I thought about home every day since I left," Susanna said. She stepped out of the car. "Being away has made me see just how important my family is to me." "I know what you mean," said Barbie. She couldn't wait to get home and tell her sisters about her adventure. Susanna, Barbie, and Rosa stopped at the front door. Susanna knocked as if she were a guest. Then the door opened. Susanna stood face to face with her father. "Susanna," he said as he wrapped his arms around his daughter. Rosa and Barbie followed them into the living room. Rosa's mother ran in to give Susanna a hug too. With all the hugging and shouting, no one saw the elderly man who was standing in the shadows. "My child," he said, with tears in his eyes. "Grandfather," Susanna said in a quiet voice. Barbie and Rosie smiled as grandfather and granddaughter put their arms around each other. "Grandfather, I have something to return to our people," Susanna said, "and something to tell you." She went to her bag and pulled out the headdress. "I'm sorry I damaged it." He looked at the headdress, then he smiled. "Any mistakes are part of our past. You are part of our future. Nothing is as important as you being home." The next day, Rosa and Susanna's family gave a huge party. Everyone in the pueblo was invited. Barbie looked at the happy faces of the people in the pueblo, but none looked happier than Susanna's. That evening, there was a traditional storytelling circle around a fire. Barbie listened as each person, young and old, told a story. All at once, Barbie missed her sisters. "I have so many stories to tell them," she thought with a happy sigh. The old chief sat with a blanket around his shoulders. He held his granddaughter's hand tightly. They both smiled at Barbie.